Hey, John. Alex.
So what's going on here?
Just hold on to that while I do the camera bars. Do my cameras.
What are you recording at?
Bars. The bars. See the bars? Look at the bars.
Look at the bars.
It's not her. It's not her thigh. It's the
Oh.
bars.
Hello.
Can we do that again? Got it?
Oh, hey, okay, see, look, it's quite dark.
So boost it. Go to gain. Lou, throw your gain up to medium.
Kind of like high. Mediums?
Medium.
Oh my god, it's like
Steve. Amanda. Steve.
it looks like the background is more in focus, isn't it?
You've done this so many times. Lou. Throw your headphones on and then put your hat on.
I can't, it doesn't matter.
Is it good?
Yeah,
Hat on? That's fine. It's okay. High. Gain high.
What's it?
Good?
You sit here. Oh, it's okay. I'll stand.
Who's doing close? Who's doing wide?
you're wide.
Wide? Perfect. Do you want to do a resync test? Syncs the cameras.
Sync? Oh.
When we edit, we take both video files, we align them to that one flash instead of trying to get them to start when the nails are moving. That one flash is one frame. So when we do that, we just sync them, and the rest is good. Then we can cut between them. I'm here.
In 2004, SemiFinalsR2 had less than 20 members, and our first project was selling Red Bull out of our mini fridge.
5 years later, SemiFinalsR2 has 124 active members.
We have run 47 projects.
We have helped start and expand 27 new and existing businesses.
And we have impacted over 4,000 individuals.
We've extended our reach to 61 countries.
And we have a support network of 53 organizations.
We have created over $3.3 million in new economic opportunities.
SemiFinalsR2 is turning ideas into reality.
Hello, my name is Ian, Start Me Up Coordinator.
Hi, I'm Tracy, VP Marketing and Incoming President for SemiFinalsR2.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexandra, Director of Sage Canada.
Hi, my name is Rohan, and I am the president of SemiFinalsR2.
And I'm Jonathan, Creative Director. Joining us on Tech and Design, we have Mackenzie and Amir.
2 years ago, SemiFinalsR2 created REI, the Ryerson Entrepreneur Institute, the only student-run entrepreneurship center in Canada. This year, REI won the Urban Leadership Prosperity Award from the Canadian Urban Institute for having the most significant impact on a Canadian city's economic prosperity.
On behalf of the CUI, I'd like to congratulate SemiFinalsR2 for REI winning the Canadian Urban Institute's Urban Leadership Award for Prosperity. What this does is it talks about the city's capacity to generate wealth and enable its people to benefit from the strength of an institute in Toronto.
We have run 47 projects under 7 major programs. Each program allows us to utilize our resources to target a variety of audiences, to turn their ideas into reality.
All of the results that you will see presented today were achieved this year. The relevant site criteria for each program will be showcased at the top left corner of the screen.
Today, we will showcase 7 of our most impactful initiatives. We begin with our newest project, the Digital Media Zone.
I was at the opening of what Ryerson calls its Digital Media Zone. It's a special place for young entrepreneurs at the university who have an idea for a new website or a mobile application or a digital innovation. They just need some help making it a reality. From its spot high above Young Dundas Square, Ryerson University has high hopes for its new Digital Media Zone. It's a flexible space for students to do research or start up businesses. How can you tell this isn't a stuffy classroom? The beanbag chairs. That's what students are doing. From gloves that help you feel your way around virtual reality.
It will provide haptic feedback.
To programs that help you experience augmented reality. In the 3 months the center has been open, 4 companies have started up. Like this one, hoping to revolutionize interactive advertising.
In Canada, there is a lack of resources to help start and grow digital media startups. To keep innovation within our country, the Ryerson Digital Media Zone was developed. SIFE Ryerson has turned the zone from an idea into a reality. We run the day-to-day operations of this zone, which include its office management, business development, and marketing activities. And for each of the participants within the zone, we give access to industry professionals and fully funded support services.
For example, you come to us with an idea for a mobile application, but you don't know how to get it off the ground. So we provide you with whatever services that you need, whether it's web development, graphic design, or even market analysis.
In only 3 months, we have over 50 participants collaborating on 25 projects and have helped start up 4 new companies. The Digital Media Zone is advancing Canadian innovation by helping digital media startups turn their ideas into reality.
To help others succeed as entrepreneurs, we run Start Me Up Ryerson that helps start and grow new and existing businesses.
This comprehensive 4-stage program includes events, idea consultations, resources, and finally funding. We continuously build on these 4 stages in order to target a variety of audiences and customize a program for each and every one of our participants. Let us introduce you to Chris and Latham and their experience through our Start Me Up program.
My experience was great. We were provided with the resources we needed to supplement the toolbox that we were developing.
Without Start Me Up Ryerson, we wouldn't be in the position we are today, and we wouldn't have launched our company successfully.
Start Me Up helped me to refine my idea, to test my market, to secure funding, to launch my company, and to provide the support services I need afterwards. Thank you, Start Me Up Ryerson.
While working at the Career Center at Ryerson, Chris realized the difficulties that students were having getting internships. So him and Latham decided to develop an online recruitment tool that would help students get the internships that they wanted.
Like all participants, they first attended an idea consultation, where they pitched their idea to a panel of industry professionals. But they asked tough questions that never crossed their mind.
Now, while this was a harsh reality, it showed them the obstacles that they would be facing and several solutions to pursue.
So we sat down with them and created a plan to address all of their issues.
The first part of this plan was to get feedback from their target audience. So Chris and Latham spoke to literally hundreds of students at Rye Market, our market testing event.
They then needed some legal advice, so we partnered with Gowings, a top-tier law firm, to answer all of their questions.
In March of this year, after months of hard work, Chris and Latham launched their new business, Fanfare.
They are both currently working in our digital media zone, and 2 of our members are dedicated to providing them with marketing services.
But like all entrepreneurs, they needed cash. So they entered 2 of our business plan competitions. On top of that, we connected them with a $12,000 loan from the Ontario Centers of Excellence, and their company, Fanfare, is currently in due diligence for a $50,000 equity investment from our Ryerson Angel Network.
We helped Chris and Latham turn their idea into the reality of Fanfare.
Another up-and-comer this year is Haley Coleman, who started the business called Damn Heels. Her products are portable, fold-up flat shoes designed for women to wear after a long night out in their high heels.
It's been a long process, and I've been watching the Slate Business Plan competition since my first year at Ryerson. I actually went to one of the idea consultations with Sean, and he told me to stop thinking about it and actually get working on it. And I did, and here I am today, so thank you.
After attending our idea consultation and utilizing our resources, she has won 2 of our business plan competitions, giving her $32,000 in funding. Since then, she has received PR in over 20 publications, and her products can be found online and in retail stores. SIFE Ryerson has helped Haley turn her idea into the reality of Damn Heels.
But Chris, Latham, and Haley are only 3 of the 68 participants we have going through the Start Me Up program. Each has their own story about how SIFE Ryerson has helped them out.
My name is Amanda Parker. I'm the co-founder and editor-in-chief of the Commerce Times.
For a little company called ImageBurst that got our start here is one of the first companies to really bring their idea to life in this place.
My name is Emma Tresswell. I'm here for Ryerson, kind of student and fashion lifestyle magazine.
The student coordinators are excellent.
Like, they actually do care that you get whatever you want to do off the ground.
So we have a great opportunity to get all these resources while in school.
I think the coolest part was that I didn't really have to approach Scythe. Scythe came to me.
Very fluid and very fun.
It's great help. I mean, it's priceless.
We couldn't have done it really without the resources that Start Me Up and Site Ryerson have provided.
To have a global impact, this year we brought our Start Me Up program to Telewana, Egypt to help the Ibrahims, a family run by a 65-year-old single mother with 9 children. In this town of 2,000 people, this family is impoverished. Their income depends on their farm, which makes less than $100 a month, signifying extreme poverty. We wanted to make the Ibrahim's lifestyle sustainable.
We first consulted with the family and decided that a chicken barn would be the most suitable business, since this will increase their monthly income to $1,500. The barn will be built this summer, employing 15 local workers.
We also discovered that the bird flu was a major problem in Telewana. So we customized our resources and researched tips and tricks on how to keep their stock flu-free and translated it into Arabic. We also created a plan on how to run and operate a chicken ranch. And lastly, we ran a buy brick fundraiser, which sold virtual bricks for $2 each.
A staff member in our entrepreneurship faculty is currently visiting the Ibrahims in Telewana to provide them with the details and all of our resources. We are helping the Ibrahims turn their idea of a sustainable lifestyle into reality.
Start Me Up Ryerson targets a variety of audiences. Another audience we worked with this year were First Nations people, where one of the participants even brought our program back to their native reserve.
But not only has First Nations people adopted our program, but it continues to have success, where Duville College in Buffalo and Lakehead University has also taken on our Start Me Up program.
And next year, Start Me Up will help the residents of Toronto Community Housing, the largest social housing provider in Canada.
Our Start Me Up program runs 16 projects, with the Digital Media Zone only being one of them.
This year, we've helped start and expand 27 new and existing businesses.
We have impacted 2,200 individuals.
And by giving our entrepreneurs grants, loans, and the chance to generate revenues, we have created over $106,000 in new economic opportunity.
We are helping entrepreneurs turn their ideas into reality.
Our next audience are angel investors, high net worth individuals who invest their own money into new and existing businesses. So we founded and manage the Ryerson Angel Network, RAN. It is one of the only university-based angel investment groups in Canada, so naturally it focuses on youth-led business. And this year, RAN grew to 33 angels and invested $160,000.
Along with the National Angel Capital Organization, we co-hosted the Co-Investment Summit, which brought together over 200 angels from across Canada. To assess their needs, we conducted 40 private interviews where we learned that through the good times and the bad, that trust means everything, and that if there's no trust, there is no deal.
But even though trust and ethics plays an essential role in investing, there was no formal process. So we developed Investing Ethically.
Investing ethically is an ethical screening process that is used to assess the entrepreneur during the due diligence process. The entrepreneur is looked at through the 4 dimensions of trust, which include their ethics, competence, character, and honesty. This year, we are proud to announce that Investing Ethically will be published by the National Angel Capital Organization in Age of the Angel, their best practices guide that is distributed to 500 angels across Canada. Here's what Dan Mothersell had to say.
Thank you, Site Ryerson, for your outstanding work and your involvement with the National Angel Capital Organization in making a true difference in terms of ethical investing for both angels and for entrepreneurs.
We help turn the idea of enhancing the ethical investment process into reality.
Our next audience are clean technology companies. Their technology makes the world a greener place. So we developed customized informatics solutions to provide them with market reports to further their reach.
Last year, we piloted our project with Regent Energy. Their technology saves other companies money by reducing their energy consumption. Here's what the CEO had to say.
Hi, I'm Mark Hurdle. I'm CEO and co-founder of Regent Energy. I want to thank Site Ryerson, especially for the CIS project that they enable for us. This has led hopefully to the potential creation of roughly $1.7 million in additional funding and further sales for it.
Of the $1.7 million projected, this year, Region Energy has generated over $1.1 million in new revenues.
Also new this year, we worked with Arden from Zelentech, a clean tech firm that develops and integrates smart water metering solutions. Here's what Arden has to say about our program.
Site Ryerson has been integral to our growth and also to our development, Zelentech. We had Site Ryerson give us market research, competitive analysis. They've given us another perspective on how we look at the business. So we're very appreciative of Site Ryerson.
Through CIS, Zelentech projects over $2 million in future fundings.
To help even more companies, we've implemented an online solution that scans millions of data streams and creates online, affordable, up-to-date reports that is customized to businesses' needs.
By expanding Region Energy and Zelentech's distribution channel, we are turning the idea of an environmentally sustainable economy into reality.
For our next program, we focused on a global audience. We recognize that individuals lack motivation to make personal, environmentally sustainable decisions.
With help from our partners, we ran the BlackBerry Green Application Challenge.
We wanted to turn every BlackBerry into a sustainability tool.
Applications that track your commute to work or even saw how much you save by turning off your lights were accepted.
In just 1 week, the winner will be announced in the Digital Media Zone. The winning application will be developed by RIN, receive $10,000, and be distributed to over 50 million BlackBerry users through the app world.
Imagine the economic and environmental impact of converting even a fraction of these smartphone devices into sustainability tools.
We are turning the idea of individual green acts into the reality of global sustainability.
In today's ever-changing economy, we realize the lack of financial independence is a widespread problem.
So we run Start Smart to teach financial independence to a variety of audiences through success skills, financial literacy, and market economics.
Even though Ryerson University is located in the central business area in Toronto, we are adjacent to the Regent Park area, where 68% of the people live below the poverty line. And directly across from our campus is Covenant House, the largest homeless youth shelter in Canada.
We took an active role within the center, preparing members for a financially successful future. We also discovered that many of the youth wanted to pursue their education, but were working full-time jobs to financially support themselves. So we taught them success skills, such as time management, where they were able to balance work and school. These seminars inspired the youth to set financial goals, save money, and go back to school. Danielle, program director at Covenant House, noticed that change.
One of the big changes that we saw was an increase in youth wanting to pursue their opportunities for education. When you're a youth who's homeless on the street, it's really impossible to think about yourself in college or university. But the information that they were able to obtain from the Start Smart program really allowed them to start to dream and to consider themselves going to school, and that made us all very happy. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Start Smart. We really have benefited from your involvement, and we look forward to a continued relationship.
Another new audience that we worked with this year were the teenage mothers at Rosali Hall. We learned that the teenage mothers struggled to provide food and shelter for their children. So we taught them how to budget and be better prepared for future expenses. For example, the young mothers were overspending on processed baby food. So we taught them the financial benefits of preparing their own.
Start Smart helped me in a lot of ways, also to prioritize, budget, save money.
See the changes that this program is bringing to these young girls. Their futures are becoming better by learning how to spend money, learning how to save money.
Actually saving it and keeping it saved for something important in life. Thank you, Start Smart. You guys helped me a lot.
Start Smart, thank you so much for developing this type of program, and I know that this program is going to benefit from it. More importantly, their children are going to benefit from it. And for that, you should be very proud.
Within the first week of the teenage mothers going through our program, they saved over $400. And by the 7th week, 8 of them opened up savings accounts. One of them even saved enough to move out of the center.
But teenage mothers and homeless youths are only 2 of the 15 audiences we work with. We also work with at-risk youth, mainstream high school students, and university students.
Start Smart is currently in its 2nd year of a 5-year plan to expand into 50 institutions. Next year, the Toronto District School Board has given us over $9,000 to expand into 9 more schools. And yesterday, we were named the HSBC SIFE Financial Education National Champions.
This year, Start Smart has expanded from 36 seminars to 73.
We have increased the number of participants from 360 to 604.
And by helping our participants save their money, we've put them on the path to financial independence.
We are turning the idea of financially secure futures into reality.
Our final program gives high school students the same incredible entrepreneurial experience that we get here as SIFE members.
So we founded the Canadian chapter of SAGE, Students for the Advancement of Global Entrepreneurship. SAGE is just like SIFE, but for high school students. Schools form teams to represent their school. Then they create programs and projects that fulfill the judging criteria. Just like ACE, we recruit schools, provide mentorship, and host a regional and national competition.
As director of SAGE Canada, it was amazing to see the amount of impact that each of the schools were having within their community. For example, George Rennie Secondary School ran and operated their very own business, selling products that they found were needed within the community. They also ran charity events, such as sports tournaments and dance competitions, and even ran their own Canadian Idol. And lastly, they started running their own financial seminars.
This year, SAGE Canada has grown from 3 to 8 schools. We officially expanded outside Ontario when we recruited our first school in Vancouver. And we actually just got back from visiting them and discussing future plans for expansion within the province.
We are empowering students to embrace entrepreneurship and impact their fellow students. You can be sure to see these students standing exactly where we are today.
This year, we involved over 140 high school students who have impacted over 1,200 individuals.
And these high school students have created over $28,000 in new economic opportunity.
We are growing the next generation of leaders.
These students are the ones that are putting theory into practice,
impacting their schools and the community.
By creating this national platform, we are empowering high school students to turn their ideas into reality.
SIFE Ryerson continues to turn ideas into reality, as we also ran 118 events.
Such as the Mystique Fashion Show, which brought fashion students together to network with industry professionals, showcase their lines, and motivated them to start their own business.
As well as Demo Camp Toronto, where we brought in over 500 tech entrepreneurs where they were able to collaborate on new and cutting-edge ideas.
We also ran the Are You Green Challenge, which motivates personnel to look at their environmental sustainability actions. As a group, I expanded to 61 countries, and we saved over 1,400 kilowatt hours of electricity and over 126,000 liters of water.
Our sustainability is acknowledged, with Ryerson University entrusting us with their largest initiatives, including the Ryerson Entrepreneur Institute and the Digital Media Zone.
Our strategies for sustainability ensures that we continue to expand and have fun.
The Remember Development Program, it includes one-on-one mentorships, step-up nights, and personalized development plans.
To achieve deadlines and milestones, we use project management software.
This year, past SIFE members came back and formed the Alumni Network.
We have the support of our Business Advisory Board and a support network of 53 organizations.
SIFE Ryerson is empowering.
We are educating.
And inspiring the generations of today and tomorrow.
Whether you're a young entrepreneur with a new cutting-edge idea,
or you're a family in Telewana, Egypt,
a digital media startup that is advancing Canadian innovation,
or an angel investor looking to make an ethical decision,
or a clean tech firm creating a greener economy,
or a teenage mother struggling to make ends meet,
or a high school student looking to make a difference.
SIFE Ryerson turns your ideas into
reality.
recall, I'm not familiar with it, but you talked about the financial and helping them out. Well, what about the education side? Have these people finished school? Have they gone to school? Or what about the education side? Where are these mothers at on that?
Rosalie Hall is actually a young mother's resource center. So it actually provides them with the education and the resources to actually live within the center and continue to be there as they're going through their pregnancy. Also, the resource center is a home also to these young girls who may not have the best families and homes to live in, and at times they also suffer from mental abuse. So in terms of the education, they're only able to provide it up to a certain amount. And by our involvement within the center, they actually wanted to provide a missing element, which is actually a missing element in a lot of the curriculum, whether it be in schools or in community centers, which is financial education. So we did provide them with the financial education side while they were also being taught education through curriculum.
For your DMZ facility, has anybody paid you for the use of those facilities or resources that you offer?
No, all the participants, it's completely free for them to use the space. There is a process to go through to actually get in, but we recognize that not everyone's going to make it, that not all digital media startups are going to succeed, but it's a place for them to collaborate, and it's a place for them to use cross-disciplinary like the faculties we have at our university. So people in engineering, people in English, people in marketing are all coming together to actually create these businesses.
Any plans to turn it into a revenue-generating opportunity in some way?
Anyways, well, currently we don't want to take any money from the entrepreneurs. We provide them with the resources to start their own business. And this year, 4 of them have actually already started their own business and are generating revenue for themselves. One of the examples is a project called TeamSave, which is a website where you collectively buy, and and they've been extremely successful. They're in the newspapers. They're one of our all-star participants.
I have a question for that as well. So did you guys really want us to get it started, get it funded, and do you know what revenue the clients that are currently in there have generated so far?
In terms of the actual creation of the space, when they were in the beginning form of coming up with some sort of idea about how Ryerson can become the hub of digital media, not only within Toronto, but Canada as well, they involved us from the very beginning because they realized the commercial aspect that would come out of the space, which was helping these businesses develop. And since we already had, the program, the Start Me at Ryerson program, in order to facilitate that, we were involved from the very beginning. And so, as a member of the steering committee, I've been involved in seeing what spaces. I was part of the initial crew that went and looked at various spaces around the city to look at where we would get the zone, in terms of looking at the leasehold improvements, looking at the design of the space. Tracy, as VP Marketing, designed the actual logo and is part of the branding strategy. So we maintain active involvement within the digital media zone on that.
Okay, so financial key from Ryerson to build it.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know what revenue generated ballpark?
At this point, the business is actually officially launched. The business is actually officially launched last month, and so the actual number of revenues is not known. But at this point, we have 4 companies that are working with us. Thank you. Yes.
Most of the companies in one of the programs you've had actually 5-year stretch of the startup. Do you have ongoing strategies on beyond just this year? Is that incorporated in each of your programs?
For each of our programs, yes. I mean, in terms of, you might have heard throughout our presentation where we talked about the next year's expansion for each of the programs. With Start Smart, the 5-year plan that we've identified was actually kind of our big, hairy, audacious goal, where when we started the program out 2 years ago, we looked at what's around in the area and we said, our program works, and there's so many people out there that want it, that we're going to try to get it out there in 50 institutions, and we're going to get it certified. And so far, we're on a perfect track to doing that, with the Toronto District School Board giving us the additional funds. Another example of expansion would be our Start Me Up program, recognizing the scalability, and as Tracy said, how we developed the 4 stages of each so we can create customized program. Toronto Community Housing, which is the largest social housing provider in Canada, has asked us to test it out in one of the residence buildings by giving the residents of, I believe, St. James Park community the ability to see what their business ideas are and hold business plan competitions for them to get their idea off the ground. Yes?
I'm wondering about that Project Chicken Ranch. I think it's really interesting. I'm kind of curious how you got from Ryerson to
this mother in Egypt. And how did you realistically though, right?
Yeah.
And how did you go about choosing this person?
Well, we actually got approached from a staff in our entrepreneurship.